the woman never expected. After getting transported to another world, she came with a camper van skill. The van had spatial magic attached, making the inside as roomy as an apartment. Even crazier, food in the fridge refilled itself automatically. All supplies were generated from the mana in the air, converted on their own. Waste in garbage were converted back into mana and expelled. No cleaning needed at all. And yet this nearly perfect survival skill was considered trash by the kingdom. Turns out, she was summoned against her will. She was camping in another world when she fell into a strange hole. Next thing she knew, she was in the royal palace, alongside another high school girl summoned with her. A pretty one. The prince treated that girl like a queen, calling her saintess. But when it came to her, he tore into her without mercy, calling her a useless failure. Then a mage chanted a spell, and she got banished to a lakeside. She could not go back to Earth anyway, so she just gave up. Spent days fishing by the lake, living better than she ever did back home. Until one day, she hooked something big, a soaking wet, half-conscious white-haired guy. She dragged him into her tent and started grilling fish nearby. The fish in this world were different, sweet and perfectly salted. The smell woke him right up. Turns out, Will was an adventurer from a nearby town. His gear got stolen by monsters on a job. He was starving and dizzy. Tried to pick some wild fruit, but slipped and fell into the river, which carried him to the lake. She was not the type to save just anyone. Her skill let her sense good and evil. She only helped him because she sensed no ill intent. They started talking. She told him her story. Will shook his head, saying the royals were mostly rotten. They summoned her without consent, then dumped her in the wild. That night she got ready to cook. She had to summon the van. She trusted Will enough, so she brought it out. Will was completely stunned. This van could only be seen by people she authorized. The inside was way bigger than it looked. Supplies regenerated on their own. Trash cleaned itself. It was basically an infinite supply depot. The more he saw, the more insane it got. In a war, she alone could sustain an entire army supply, and the royals called this trash. They were completely blind. But thinking about it, being overlooked was not all bad. Otherwise she would be locked up in the castle. While she prepared dinner, Will scouted the area nearby and came back with some horned rabbit meat. After dinner, Will asked what her plan was. Entering a city required money and ID, neither of which she had, so he invited her to join his party. As a cook and logistician, he offered good pay and would handle her ID paperwork. She thought it over all night. She knew nothing about this world and had nowhere else to go, so she agreed to join. Before they left, she picked some good wild herbs. Her skill could identify every plant precisely with detailed info and would flash red when danger was near. Defeating monsters dropped materials, sometimes including meat. That was how she got the rabbit meat last night. The trip would take 3 days on foot, so she summoned the van and hit the road. Will sat in the passenger seat shocked. The speed and comfort were way better than any carriage. A 3-day trip took just 3 hours, but the van had stealth mode. She drove extra carefully, afraid of hitting people or other carriages. Will suggested a mountain route faster and safer, but right as they turned, her skill suddenly blared a warning. A massive fire bear ahead was blocking the road.